Breaking news! A new Jim Jones comment. Hold on, let's read this. As I told you previously, I'm Australian. I don't even remember that. My name is James. I won 7 World of Outlaws before switching series and larger tracks to have a draft. Okay, so we have a name. We have amount of wins. Okay, let's look this up. World of Outlaws all-time win list. Okay. All right, so the first thing I see is, I guess we'll just go with the first link here. And 7 wins. Okay, we got Aaron, Brian, Chad, Jeff, Cody. No James. There's a Jacob. There's a Jack. There is a James, but that's Northbridge, CA, not Australia. So was he originally... Is that it? That's definitely not 7 wins. But that's a last name, though. I don't think he would give me his last name as his first name. So that can't be it. Has to... So... Man, one thing to have proof, and I can't even get that. I mean, it's just, this is how, when this was updated, November 12th. So unless he somehow won 7 races in 9 days, and then moved out of that series, I don't believe it again. Man, just when you think, you know, there's proof, I could be proven wrong, and then I don't see anything. We got Giovanni, but that's not 7 wins. There's a Jeff, Chad, Brian, Aaron. No James. Yeah, I think I'm done. You know, I'm done talking about this. This is fucking stupid. This is sad. We're all, what, 56 parts, 55 parts in. My whole point was draft in the game. Because one person in the DMs is saying, oh, draft doesn't really... It does affect you at 1.5 tracks on up. Not 1.5, but like half a mile tracks on up. But then he's saying, it is a big advantage. So that's a wide net to cast. I don't know which one is which. But even disregarding all of that, my whole complaint was draft in the game. That was my whole fucking major complaint, was draft in the game. Jesus H. Christ. And actually, let's go back to the... and actually, with much of the races that we run, how often are the tracks half a mile on up? Fairbury, 1/4 of a mile. That's not half a mile. Elm Creek, that's definitely not half a mile. Kokomo, that's 1/4 of a mile, so that's not even half. Not a half mile. The only half mile I think I've ever ran in the career mode thus far that would, if draft meant something, would be at Eldora. So far. Probably Knoxville and maybe other ones, sure. But the ones that I've raced in the 50 plus parts, it's just Eldora. So, and so 1/4 of a mile, 3/8 of a mile. That's almost, that's close to a half mile, but it's not actually a half mile. Kokomo, Prairie View, Eldora, there we go, half a mile. But even so, if the game actually did have it, I've played NASCAR 2013, NASCAR Inside Line, NASCAR 14 and 15. Those games actually had draft, and you felt it in the car. I ran league races through those games. I know what it's like. When you're behind another car, you feel it. It pushes you. It makes you tight. I absolutely feel it. Through the controller, through how I race, the way the car drives, and then when a car slides up and you get underneath it, you feel that clean air, and you feel like it drives better. I feel it. I have absolute experience with it in those games, and I felt none of that in this game. Even when I'm behind cars, even the audio when I'm listening into it, editing, usually in some games, the audio will be different when you're behind another car. Like, the sound will be different, or the controller will vibrate a lot more. So, no, No, it does not exist in this game. Does it exist in real life? Yes, under certain parameters. In certain tracks, it's more effective than others. Okay, you got me. But my whole complaint was draft in the fucking game. And I'm done. I'm not talking about it anymore. It's a fun meme. I'll still probably bring it up. But in terms of bringing it up in such a length like this, I'm fucking done. Because this is the stupidest fucking shit. And it's sad. And you know what's real funny? Like, how all this started is because he just mentioned gotta get drafted in the game. And I just thought that was so ridiculous because, like, oh, I didn't think that. Now I know, okay, it does exist in real life. But now I'm being, like I was saying, being told it's either really huge or it's not that big of a notice. So now I'm more confused than that. But it all started from that. And at the end of the day, I just didn't think the whole thing, I can't really say complaint. I keep worrying it like that when I'm editing it, because this post editor would have coming in to clarify. That's not like a complaint. I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me, but just the gaslighting of like, oh, it's in the game, it's in the game, it's in the game. No, it's not. And not from what I've been feeling and experiencing. And I'm tired of being like gaslit into it. It's obnoxious. I'm annoyed that this is like the only interesting thing in this entire career mode so far is debating on the logistics of draft. Thank God that one person actually reached out and actually explained it to me. Now I'm getting confused on, he's giving me information on his name is this. He's one set. I didn't look it up. There's nothing. So I'm done. I'm fucking done with it. Welcome back to World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 career mode. So, I was looking up setups online. There really isn't much. The only one I saw was for I-55, so there really isn't much to work off of. So I'm just going to make the business decision to putting it to custom in 103. Other people have ran this game, who else ran this at? Like Legend difficulty. Arm4 Gaming, I've been watching his videos. Good stuff. He's been running on Legend, but he also isn't sticking with, like, level 3 everything in local. Like, he'll just keep upgrading things beyond level 3 to, like, level 4. And it's like, well, I could easily do that, too, and probably win. So, it's just not for me. But with Street Stocks, we're bumping it down to 103. That's basically what I had at the start of the career mode. And I think this will definitely give it the best balance of running default, but still having the still us kind of being competitive, so the AI aren't just gonna blow me out the water, and we're just gonna run like 7th to 12th or 10th. So this will balance it out a little bit. I guess it's just gonna be for Street Stock because Street Stocks have like next to no setups online, so we're gonna go with that. There's not much else to really look at beyond that, so we're just gonna get into it in race and have a good time. Hold on, I was looking at this. There's a James McFadden. But that's 12 wins. So is that it? Like, is my face cam even? That's a lot of face cams. There's 12. That's definitely not 7. And there's AOS. So I mean, he lived in 3 different states. That might be it. So okay. But he couldn't even remember the amount of wins he had. Or, I don't know how it all works. But it definitely ain't 7. Also, why is the World of Outlaws Dirt Racer beefing with someone so irrelevant as me? Is this him? Is this it? Got a good beard game, I'll give him that. You would think he would want to mention his last name to, like, really hype himself up if there's all this stuff about him. That would have, like, slam doinked me so hard. Like, he had the opportunity to own me so hard, and he couldn't even do that because he just couldn't. Man, if I was in that position, I would slam doink on my bitch ass so easy. Like, all right, just type in this name, you'll find me. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Probably my face. There might be a Facebook group even. Let's dig deeper into this. Roth Motorsports. I mean, that's apparently his number. There's his sprint car right there. There was so many opportunities to slam doink on me, and he failed to do it. This is if this is him. Then like this is all he could have done. It's like, oh, here's my team. I mean, there's such an opportunity to own me. And one, you can't get the race wins amount right. And the other one is that if all this existed, then this should have been so easily. Like, you should have been, it's so easy to own me. If I was in that position, one, he's using a sock account, which is really funny to criticize me in so many videos. And I'm trying to be better, but I'm sorry, I'm not as skilled. How dare I? How dare I don't be as skilled? But you could be like, oh, hey, my name's James McFadden. I'm part of Roth Motorsports. You can look all this up, confirm it. Like, I've been in a bunch of... That's all you had to do. That would have just owned me so hard. That, like, oh, yeah, I am a World of Outlaws driver. I'm all this. And my number's 83. Like, and I have 7 wins, but where does the 7 come from if there's actually 12? I don't know. But even when... I don't even know what more to say. The opportunity to own me, and he couldn't do it. And I don't know why. This was such an easy opportunity. Even still, despite all of that, I don't think Draft's in the fucking game. That was my whole big point. And even, I remember mentioning that at, like, I don't know what video it was, but I remember I was complaining about, like, Elm Creek. It's like, I don't think at Elm Creek, how big of a track that was at that point in time. No, it is. Yeah, 1/5 of a mile. I don't think I'm getting substantial draft at a 1/5 mile that's gonna make me feel like I'm at, like, Daytona, Talladega. Sorry, I don't think that's the case. Is it possible that it can do something? Sure, I believe that. But I'm not gonna sit here and think, oh, that's a big deal. In his words, big effect at that track. At most tracks are, even at the game, I'm repeating myself. It's the same points. I'm done. This is like the whole fucking video. Man, I don't know. Like, this is such a... I need to hear an interview with him. Like, does he sound Australian? Like, I would think that would be kind of an easy giveaway.
You know, open wheel with another 24 race cars. It's something that it blows your skirt up.
He sounded Australian. I heard the interview. So, it might be... If that's him, then, like... Shit, I accomplished something. I don't know. It's weird he didn't give me a last name, though. Like... If he's won that many races, then, like... Hiding the last name wouldn't be really much of a concern. See, maybe this is, like, bad PR that he's even, like, doing all this and beefing with some... channel that gets 200 views. Maybe it's that too. I don't know. That's the only one. I mean, that's the only one that says like Alice Springs NT AUS. That's the only one that would probably make sense. But again, why does it say 12 on the site? How did he remember the amount of wins he has? How does that work? Did they change something where, I don't know. But man, at the end of the day, I just didn't think Draft was in this fucking game. That's all it fucking boiled down to. I guess there was a mystery of, like, drafting. But you gave me nothing to go off of. Like, you gave me nothing to go off of other than trust me, bro. And you didn't, like, give me any receipts. It's just some random guy with no profile picture. Which, again, I've seen dozens of times in Kamikazegames videos, other random Woo videos, in my videos. I've seen so many, like, accounts that just have no profile pictures starting shit or just saying, like, oh, you're bad. So you just kind of lumped in with the rest of them. I just didn't think Draft was in this game, bro. That's all it boiled down to. I'm fucking done with this topic. I'm not gonna fucking talk about it again, because this is just ridiculous. Almost 60 fucking parts, and it's just like we're still going at it. So it's done. It's quite fucking sad, and I want to play more Woo. So yeah, I was just looking this up just because I was scrolling through it, just like, I want to double check and make sure, because, like, I'm not seeing anyone with 7, but then there's one with 12, and it's like, that's the only one, and it sounds Australian, so I was like, that might be him. So shit, Still did a horrible job trying to prove so. Like, you literally could have just said, like, my name is this, that, I'm for with this team. You could find that on... Literally, I found it on Twitter. Could have done that. Or, I mean, there was so much easier ways to prove it. I don't know. It's just, like... Really could have made that, like, a lot simpler of a process than just... Could have gave me even more than that. Oh my god, I'm reading the description. So the Australian driver. So that if that's him, that's fucking funny. That's funny as shit. Oh my god. Why is he using a sock account? Why? Oh my god, that's fucking funny as shit. Oh my god. He's got a good beer game though. I'll say that much. Reminds me of Surge from System of a Down. So that's badass. Now it makes it even funnier if this is truly like a World of Outlaws cowboy driver, and he's watching the videos and be like, man, he's hitting everyone. He was treating the video game as if hardcore real life. I don't know. It's just kind of funny to think about now. But hey, good to know that if you're really good at this game, only World of Outlaws drivers can say that they're good at the game. Man, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's fucking easier on a wheel. But again, if I have to set up my wheel, it have to be like this. Do you know how fucking awkward that is to fucking to the wheel and having to fucking turn and bang my face off? I can't, and I'm not rearranging my room to do that. Sorry, not doing it. So the car actually drives pretty good. It's not really much problems with it. It definitely feels big, blocky, and all that stuff, but that's kind of what the street stocks are. Really missed it. We actually got 4/10 up. Well, we don't have an exact goal time because we don't have a sponsor yet, so I think our goal time's like within like the 34th place range or something. So I don't know, but we'll see what we could do in race trim. We should be able to run top 5 with this at least. Well, we definitely shattered the goal time. Not really a surprise, but that's going to be a 13.3. That's P9, so that's about kind of what I expected. A lot of familiar names here. I think Kylie Rollins is a real person from what I saw in one of the videos and stuff. Also, Samantha Bell, that's the other one that's familiar. Also, I've been watching other people's World of Outlaws videos a lot more diligently. He's not in any other video. Like, he's not leaving a comment. So maybe I am just like the worst dirt racer in the history of YouTube and everybody else is fine. I don't know. But it's funny. I'm so bad that he has to let me know. I don't know, that's an accomplishment. Alright, starting P3. Let's see if we can race our way into the main. Probably not, if I'm assuming. Because, you know, world's worst dirt racer in history of YouTube, you know, can't do anything right. Maybe. I don't know, maybe you can do something. About to make a pass. There we go. P2, so at least we'll get into the main. Or, well, at least the main and the qualifying dash. Well, just the qualifying dash. I'm getting all my dirt terminology wrong, because, you know, I'm a noob. Make fun of me on that, too, later. But, well, we were second. Now we're not. So, don't know where that's actually going to place me. I'm sure he knows, though. I'm sure he absolutely knows. I don't. Because, again, I'm not enveloped in the world of dirt racing like an actual Woo driver is. Alright. See where that puts us. We qualified 9th. Is it going to be any... Okay, it's still starting 9th. Alright, so nothing changed. Well, we're starting P9 on the inside line. Hopefully we can gain a couple more spots in this actual race itself. Maybe 103 is still really difficult. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I remember World of Outlaws 22, street stocks were incredibly difficult, so wouldn't be surprised if the pattern continues. But then again, I said the same with Sprint 305s, and that really wasn't the case, so that would once again kind of confuse me even more on what difficulty to set it to. Because it's been constantly confusing me this entire run. Gonna run to the bottom. It's gonna put us up to P6. Car from outside, yes it is. And we'll try to get 5th. Apparently, Jeremy Cross is an iRacer, or an iRacing officiator, or something. So, good to know. But, that's just a random fun fact I heard from someone else's video. Anyways, P7. I don't even know if we're going to get much more spots than this, but I'll try. Trying to get like a really good exit up off the corner. We do get our nose in there slightly. I like how I'm running cleaner here than I would be in an actual, like, you know, winged vehicle. Funny about the irony of that. But we got 6th. I don't really think I'll be shocked if we get anything more than that. Don't know if this is like a good or bad start. I guess we'll see how that goes as the season plays out, but so far this is okay. Well, it seemed like we were catching 5th there, but I guess we'll finish and get 6th, so not bad. Race definitely felt like it took a little bit longer. These cars are a little bit slower, so I have to get used to that too. So, Shaneen Cloth. I like that name. So, that seemed like a fine enough start. I guess we'll see what happens in the next race. Well, we got Elm Creek, so it's kind of a gross race to go to, but we'll try it. We'll see what happens. I wonder about that too, because sometimes people from like different countries, like the United Kingdom, like they come off more. They come off like an ass when they're not trying to. So I'm thinking, is that the case for Australians too? But I think I actually knew an Australian long ago that wasn't like that. So I don't know if that pattern is consistent. I don't know. All I know is that I'm still not better at the game. All that critiquing, probably still not better at it. I think I remember too, and one of the comments was like, right up against the wall. Right up against the wall for max speed. It's like, well, maybe that applies in real world, but in video game land, it just doesn't translate as well. Maybe because this game is not a one-to-one sim, and that's okay. It don't gotta be. But then I was watching other people. They weren't doing that. Yeah, I'm not seeing comments on those saying, oh man, you're driving so wrong. You got it right up against it. No, none of that. Why is it just me? I guess because I am just that awful, so I guess there's that too. I'm hitting 11.9s. That seems to be pretty good enough, but again, the goal time is set so far up that it's hard to really tell until I actually qualify. And that's 11.8, that's 9th, so are we just going to finish 6th again? Is that the pattern? I don't know, but that doesn't seem like that's going to be competitive enough to win a championship at this rate. It's enough to run top 10 for sure. That would be the biggest gut punch if all the difficulties that I was messing with, running it at like expert would have really only applied to the midgets, micro sprints, and this, and then the other 3 could have been ignored, or I ran it harder. I don't know. Because 103 on default just ain't gonna cut it. And again, I'm sorry to those out there that really care about try-harding it. Like, I get it. I played all the Heat games, all the NASCAR games on the hardest difficulty. I think except for Dirt Daytona. I think I ran on Legend, which I don't know which Legend even translates to in that game. Maybe that translates to 100 difficulty? I don't really know. Again, we're going back like 7 years, so I don't remember, but pretty much every game except that, I ran it on the highest difficulty. Now I come across a game where if I run the highest difficulty, I need a full-blown custom setup, but I don't really have a custom setup for Street Stocks. It doesn't exist, and I don't have the knowledge to do that. So unfortunately, that's my fault. How dare I just not expect to just sit down and play the game, and like, I need more than that. I don't know. I'm annoyed. P3. So we're gonna start 9th, so alright, I guess 103 just isn't going to be good enough if that's just the pattern we're going to be having for a lot of these races. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. I'm sure there's like 1,000 different ways and I'm racing wrong, doing terrible. So I'm sure there's something. But I don't know. Running level 3 everything on local on 103, I feel like it would be difficult. Well, something's about to happen. Got a really good run that corner. I don't know if that's going to be enough to make the pass on Bailey here for 7th. I don't really have the angle in the corner to really kind of diamond it off or really get a good exit. So, I don't think it's enough. I just can't believe it. I mean, I guess I am just that bad. You know, world's worst dirt racer and everything, but 103 is just not even close. Again, maybe Street Stock I need to put it at 100, or I guess Expert, because Expert is basically 100. So I don't know, man. It's just I don't see us ever winning a championship with this. That's just not going to be good enough, because we're not even remotely competitive. It was like almost a lap down too. I was like a couple seconds away from that. So like I don't know. 7th in points. I guess I just got lowered even more. I don't know. I didn't really foresee that. So just when I think I had it figured out, it throws me another curveball. So I guess I should have known better, I guess. I don't know. Everything is my fault apparently in this fucking series. So I don't know, but I guess I'll just put it to 100, or at least put it to Expert, and that should be like we should be running better. Like, cause we'll be running this series forever. Because it sucks that we're at the mercy of like not knowing how to do a fucking setup. So it's just like I'm just stuck with this. Anyways, I'm done with this episode. This is such a fucking shit show of a part. Either way, I'm done. This is the last time I'm even talking about that. Human. Why does it sound so disrespectful? God damn. Because I'm fucking done with it. By the time this comes out, I will already have like part 60, 61 or something recorded. So by that point, it's just going to be really freaking pathetic even bringing it up. So unless something absolutely insane happens, or it's like confirmed that's the actual McFadden, then I won't talk about it anymore. But if it is, then oh boy, that's fucking nuts. But that's it. I'm done. I will see you all next episode. See you all later, and have a good day.